What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild challenge here on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. Today, continuing the Trading Every Player series, today we got the Chicago Bulls, a team that is currently the #1 seed here in the Eastern Conference, and has honestly been a very pleasant surprise so far this year. So this team obviously made a lot of moves this past offseason. The additions of DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, and so many more other guys have kind of transformed this team into a team that seemingly was just never going to get there with the current core that they had. So this team's in a really good spot right now. I definitely do see them as a contender in the Eastern Conference. Unfortunately for this current core today, we got to trade everybody. And oh boy, this one might be a little bit painful. And finally, of course, I do want to hear from you guys. If you guys have any other video ideas, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section as always. And this is going to be a normal 3-year rebuild, man. No injuries on. The goal is to obviously win a championship, and the rules of this are pretty simple. I have to trade everybody before we do start year #1, and at no point in time may any of the guys that are currently on the active roster be back on the team. Let's go get the Bulls a championship. So I've had many suggestions from you guys recommending the ways that you kind of think would be best for me to do these rebuilds. Obviously, there's pretty much only two options. Either one, I choose the trades, or two, I kind of close my eyes, let the trades go randomly, and then kind of rebuild from there. But the way that I'm going to do this is I'm not going to choose the trades myself. I'm going to close my eyes or just look at the camera so you guys know I'm not cheating. And then after that, I'm allowed to make 3 trades and obviously kind of make the adjustments that I do need to before we do start simming year #1. It's a pretty good, fine balance, I would say. Kind of seems like the best way to do it. So, that being said, of course, we do have to get everybody off this team first. We'll start with DeMar. They bumped his overall up to a 90. Might get a couple better offers for him now. We have 7 trades right now. I'm not even going to look because, again, we don't really have any say, and we'll stop in 3, 2, and 1. We end up with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. That is not that bad. That's a good first trade for us here in Chicago. Trade number 2, Zach LaVine, a guy that I love having on my squads. I'm sure a lot of you guys do know that, but of course, we do not get to use him today. So, stop it in 3, 2, and 1. Oh my God, we did not. We did not. Oh my God, we were 1 away from 2 trades that I would have preferred. But yeah, trade number 2 with Denver. Officially in the books, and it's not one that I'm very happy about, if I'm being honest with you. We'll do Lonzo Ball. We'll match him up, with Alex Caruso and kind of just fly through these. And how about now? Julius Randle and Alec Burks, welcome to the squad. Little bit of a better deal there, if I do say so myself. We have to move on from Nikola Vucevic, and we have to move on from Kobe White as well. We'll kind of just, rattle these all off, if you will, and hopefully get this one done pretty quick, and we'll stop in 3, 2, and 1. Saddiq Bey and Kelly Olynyk, welcome to Chicago. All right, it's not a bad team right now. It's not a bad team at all. It's not exactly where I want this team to be. Derrick Jones Jr., Tony Bradley can be next, but it definitely could be a lot worse. It 100% could be. 3, 2, and 1. David Nwaba and Garrison Matthews, that is not exactly a home run. So what I'm going to do right now, I know I sometimes do these a little bit fast, and a lot of you guys have been asking me to maybe, hey, slow it down a little bit and go over some of the trades. If you guys want to pause at any point in time, you can look at the trades we've made so far. We've made 5 so far with the Rockets, Pistons, Knicks, and Nuggets twice. Nuggets low-key kind of fleeced us, I'd say, but you know what? That is what it is right now. We have a couple guys left that do have to get off this team. Javonte Green, Celtics legend, then AO as well. He's from Chicago, correct? He went to Illinois. I believe he's from Chicago. I'm not 100% sure. But 3, 2, and 1. Nick Claxton and Daron Sharp. I don't know how to pronounce that 100%. But, again, not exactly what I was looking for. Patty Williams. David Nwaba's on this team, correct? I don't know. I'm actually not 100% sure on that one. Matt Thomas is. I'll move Nwaba as well. I honestly forget. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. 3, 2, and 1. Taylor Horton Tucker and Malik Monk. Honestly, that could have been a lot worse. And then I forget, is David Nwaba on this team? I can actually tell if I just go to transaction report. No, he was not. All right. I believe that's everybody that is relatively important, or anybody that would have actually ever sniffed the court. But we definitely still do have our 3 trades that we're allowed to make, and let me tell you, this team definitely got a lot worse, so we're going to take advantage of those, and I'll see you guys with our first move. So obviously, I mentioned we get 3 trades. We can choose whatever we want, and this first one's honestly going to benefit us a lot in the long run, I'd say. Kelly Olynyk is not a guy I want to be starting at center, not even for a season. So we're going to get an upgrade. Aaron Gordon, Taylor Horton Tucker, and Marko Simonovic, who actually might have been on this team, and I just screwed that up. But Clint Capella is going to come in here, hopefully can be a good guy, can grab some boards, can maybe play some defense. That's an upgrade at that center spot. Trade 1 out of 3 is in the books. Next trade here is going to be coming with the Philadelphia 76ers. David Nwaba and Malik Monk, along with a second, are heading over there. And let me explain to you why we're doing this. 1, Malik Monk's on an expiring contract. Was I going to bring him back? I don't really know. He's been actually playing pretty well for the Lakers this year. That does not, of course, always translate to 2K, but Matisse Thybulle is going to come in. He's going to be a really good defensive player for us, and he's probably going to be my backup shooting guard. I don't know exactly what his overall does at shooting guard. It goes down one. I can actually live with that. So it looks like Alec Burks will be starting, at least for now, and I probably do have one more trade in the books. It's probably just going to be maybe a salary dump for a first-round pick. I think Garrison Matthews is a good candidate there. We also have Georges Niang now, who I really don't need, but again, he's on a multi-year deal, so I could hypothetically move him in the offseason, but I think it's either going to be probably Lou Williams or Garrison Matthews now for a salary dump, and then I'll see you guys at the rotation. And the LA Clippers want to give me a first and Xavier Moon here for Garrison Matthews. That's absolutely exactly what I was looking for. He was not going to be on the team. It's not exactly a hugely impactful trade. Of course, I only do get 3, but I didn't really feel that this team had to make many other moves to hopefully be somewhat successful, at least in this first season. So, that being said, we made our 3 trades. We've traded everybody off the roster. I'll see you guys at the rotation before the start of year number 1. It's a very different looking Bulls team than when we first started out this video, but of course, the goal is to get a championship. And honestly, with the core we have right now, I don't think we're 100% at that championship level, but we're definitely have a really solid foundation for hopefully what this team can accomplish in the future. It's going to look like this for year number 1. Jamal Murray, Alec Burks, Michael Porter Jr., Julius Randle, and Clint Capella. It's not a bad starting 5. Let me tell you, I've definitely had a lot worse here to start out these trading every player rebuilds. Our bench unit's actually really good as well. Monte Morris, Kelly Olynyk, Sadiq Bey, Nick Claxton, and Matisse Thybulle. We also have Georges Niang down here, Lou Williams, Deron Sharp. We got a couple guys in the reserves just in case we need them. But for now, anyways, I think this team can hopefully do something a little special this year. Maybe be a top 4 seed, but again, not going to put some high expectations on it. I will see you guys at the end of year number 1 here in Chicago. First season comes to an end, and honestly, it was a pretty good one. For, upholding this entire roster and kind of changing things around the way we kind of wanted to do it, it honestly kind of turned out pretty good, as we're a 2 seed here in the East, number 2 in the power rankings as well. Giannis wins his 3rd career MVP. Josh Giddey, Rookie of the Year in Oklahoma City. You do not see that one a ton. Andre Drummond, Giannis Antetokounmpo will be top, and Mike Budenholzer, Coach of the Year, 16-22 for the 1-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. All right, standings-wise, we were 3 games behind the 16-22 Bucks. We finished the record of 57-25. Actually tied the Philadelphia 76ers. The rest of the team, there's really not a ton of surprises in here. Actually, the Celtics not being in the plans, a little bit surprising, but not my point. Jamal Murray, Julius Randle, Michael Porter Jr., kind of our big 3 we're going to be kind of working with throughout the entirety of this video. Obviously, Clint Capella is not, not in that if you kind of get my drift, but he's not really the scoring option that I'm kind of trying to build around right now. Along we have Kelly Olynyk, Monte Morris, Sadiq Bey, solid. Actually, really solid. Overall-wise, there's a lot I can work with this squad. I can say that with, pretty good level of confidence, but I really couldn't say that with in other videos, so I'm pretty happy. We got New York. Lonzo Ball, our old friend, Alex Caruso, our old friend, RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson. They obviously don't have Julius Randle anymore. They do have a really deep team, though. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if we lost. And we're down 3-0. We're down 3-0. All right, not exactly the way we wanted the first round to go. We're probably going to lose here at any point in time. We're actually going to a Game 7. And the Knicks blew a 3-0 lead. Moving on. Brickleberry, Simmons, Malik Monk, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, who has just been unbelievably dominant. Betting on this dude to score over 30 points every night, which I pretty much do every single time he plays a game. It's one of the definitions of free money, I would say, at this rate. But he should 100% be higher up in the MVP conversation, in my opinion. Really not getting the love that he does deserve. We're 1-1 with them right now here in the Eastern Conference semifinals. They go up 3-1. Is that all she wrote for us? Nope, we're going to a Game 7 again. We came back from a 3-0 deficit in round number 1. Could we come back from a 3-1 deficit here in round number 2? We can. This team is full of fighters, man. We got the Charlotte Hornets here. LaMelo Ball, Cody Martin, Gordon Hayward, Draymond Green. Interesting addition there with Draymond. I'm excited to see what the Hornets do. I'd like them to trade for like a reliable center. I think Miles Turner would be fun, but again, that Indiana Pacers organization is just all sorts of weird spots right now. We're on to the NBA Finals in our first year, and let me tell you, ratings-wise, this might be one of the highest NBA Finals this sort of happened in real life. Lakers and Bulls. Lord knows it doesn't look like the Lakers are getting anywhere near the NBA Finals this year. It's Russell Westbrook, Avery Bradley, Trevor Ariza, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. They got Carmelo Anthony, Kendrick Nunn, Dwight Howard off the bench. How hard is it to update pictures of guys in current uniforms? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that could have been something we could have maybe accomplished at this point, but no. We're down 2-0. We're down 3-0. We've overcome the odds before. But we get swept. Swept right out of the building by LeBron James. You know what? I don't mind getting swept by LeBron and the Lakers. Look, the Lakers suck. Nobody's arguing that one. They're not going to be an NBA championship team this year. But I'd rather lose to LeBron and the Lakers than Zion Williamson and the rest of the hypebeast Pelicans. There's something about that just gets me. Just ticks a nerve every single time. LeBron, at least, is a little bit understandable. League meeting time. We'll reject these as always. Obviously, a good regular first season and a good playoff run. Obviously, you don't like getting swept in the NBA Finals, no matter which way you look at it, especially if you make it there. But Honestly, from a team that I thought would maybe be a 4 or a 5 seed, I'll take that. Lottery time. It's the Magic, Pistons, and Mavericks as your top 3, followed by the Rockets and Thunder. Staff signing, I will not be firing Billy Donovan, even though he does not have the best ratings whatsoever. Big man coach. I'll hire, who are you? Sure, Ray Carson, you want to come in here for a year? Sure, I hate the new coaching thing. Let's head up to the NBA draft, see what we got to work with here. I forget, do we have our first round pick? We do. It's at number 27. We also have 20 via the Portland Trail Blazers. Not 100% sure what I do want to do with these picks yet, but I think I might have a move in mind, and I think it's pretty obvious which position I do want to upgrade. So I'll see you guys with the trade. We are offering the Houston Rockets our 2 late first-round picks this year, along with Alec Burks for their number 4 overall selection. Next, this might be number 3. Oh, shit, I just lost it. What number was it? It was, where are the Rockets? It was the number 4 overall selection. I would like to do this. They want Michael Porter Jr. for Christian Wood. That's just not something I'm interested in. Who else do I have under? You want Georges Niang? And how about I throw you? I don't want to give up Thibault. I'll give you Day'Ron Sharpe. Actually, has 2 stars. Loki might be able to get something better for him. You know what? No. Nope, not doing it. I normally cave. I'm not caving today. Who has the 5th overall pick? We're just going to keep going down. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. They want to take this. And how about I throw you a 2nd-round pick? Nope. And how about I throw you Georges Niang? They agreed to that. I'm happy I stuck to my guns. I want to get an upgrade at the shooting guard spot. We have options here. Jaden Ivey's an option for us. Jaden Hardy's an option for us. I'm very comfortable with either of those 2 guys. Of course, assuming they don't go in the top 4, both of them. Let's see what options we got when we sim up to number 5 right here in the draft. We'll take a look at the draft summary so far, and it was Jaden Ivey went number 1. Not exactly ideal. Kendall Brown, Jabari Smith Jr., and A.J. Griffin. So, hypothetically, we could take Chet Holmgren or Paolo Banchero or Jalen Duran, but shooting guard's kind of the spot we do need right now, and Jaden Hardy's going to be my guy right there. We're a year away from an NBA Finals, not in victory, but we were in it. Obviously, this team's not taking best player available right now. We're probably taking the best fit, maybe the biggest need, if you will. Cool. Number 5 overall, Jaden Hardy's going to be a 77 overall for us. He's obviously going to be starting moving into this year. We're not a team that exactly has a lot of cap space right now, so we're going to kind of work within the limits that we do have. And honestly, I think that's fine with the way this team's kind of playing out. I'd like to bring back Nick Claxton. I don't mind giving him a real contract as well. I do think we can definitely build with him moving forward. Other than that, though, I'm pretty comfortable with this team. I honestly really, really am. I'm probably going to try to get a first-round pick for Day'Ron Sharpe. Again, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that name, but I'm more than comfortable with what we have going on right now in this team. So I'd like to maybe liquidize some assets and maybe get something for him. Sacramento Kings want to give me a lottery protected pick. That's fine. I can wait all day on Nick Claxton, and everybody else is free to go. I'm going to re-sign him. You're really not going to miss much. If I do anything huge, you'll see it. But if not, I'll see you guys at the rotation at the start of year number 2. This is a team that is 1 year removed from being in the NBA Finals. We obviously got swept. We didn't get the result we wanted, but we made some upgrades to this team. I'm pretty comfortable with the way we're kind of going to do it here in year number 2. Jamal Murray, Jaden Hardy, our number 5 overall pick, going to hopefully slide into that shooting guard spot and going to maybe make sure we're maybe not doing too bad this year at that spot. Michael Porter Jr., Julius Randle, and then Clint Capella rounds out the starting 5. Bench unit's really solid. Sadiq Bey, Monte Morris, Kelly Olynyk, Nick Claxton, and Matisse Thybulle. I can show you guys the contract. Then I brought Nicholas Claxton back on. It's pretty simple, kind of, a little bit backloaded. I should start front-loading contracts more, but nonetheless, it's a really good deal. I'm pretty comfortable with it, and I'm pretty comfortable with this team right now. I'd like to be back in the NBA Finals and hopefully win one this year. Excuse me. A lot of syllables. See you guys at the end of year number 2. Our second regular season does come to an end. We're 1 seed worse than last year. That's honestly fine. We're a 3 seed here in the Eastern Conference, number 6 in the power rankings. Giannis wins his 4th. It's number 4, correct? According to this video. Anyways, he won one last year. He had 2 before, correct? Unless I'm just losing my mind. Yeah, okay. It's his 4th. Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year. He also wins 6th Man of the Year. I cannot imagine in a dysfunctional franchise such as the Indiana Pacers that they would not be starting Chet Holmgren, but just my opinion. Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year. Precious Achiuwa, Most Improved. Chris Finch, Coach of the Year. We're a 3 seed, so technically we have a first-round matchup already. 49-33. Won 57 games last year, so it's not exactly what we were looking for, but it's okay. Jamal Murray, Julius Randle, MPJ, Jaden Hardy. Solid rookie campaign. Sadiq Bey, Clint Capella, Monte Morris. So we added another scorer into the mix, so obviously some numbers are going to go down for some guys. Overall, it really wasn't a bad year, though. We got the Charlotte Hornets here in the first round. I believe we played them, was it the semi? No, this was the team we played in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And they're still pretty good. I'd like to I'd like to beat them again. We're up 2-0 on them. We're up 3-0 on them. Don't do what they did to us last year. All right, we're moving on to the Eastern Conference semifinals. Here come the Boston Celtics. Just do what you do in the playoffs every year and just always blow it. Honestly, we should maybe give them a 3-0 lead just so it maybe feels a little more realistic. We're up 2-1 against them right now. We go up 3-1 against them. And come on now. Nope. And don't do this to me. On to the Eastern Conference Finals. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers here. Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, Chetty Osman, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen. They got K-Love off the bench, Larry Markin, and DeLon Wright. It's a really good team there in Cleveland. I'm excited to see what they do in the playoffs this year. We're down 2-0 to them. We're down 3-0 to them. 3-1. 3-2. We're making a little bit of a comeback. 3-3. Can we make it all the way to the NBA Finals? Wow. We come all the way back from 3-0 down just to lose in Game 7. That's fine. Cavs going to win the Finals. Darius Garland. Oh, my God. He's a cheat code in this game. Finals MVP. All right. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to freak out. We made it to the NBA Finals in year number 1. We made it to these Finals in year number 2. I obviously want to get a championship. I'm not going to blow this team up. I'm going to make a couple small moves potentially, but might make a big move or two. I'm not 100% sure which way I'm going to go about this yet. I do not see any Bulls there in the top 14, whatever you want to call it. Knicks, Magic, Pelicans. Be the Lakers. That'd be funny if that Pelicans-Lakers trade with Anthony Davis comes back and bites them in the ass. All right, head coaching department. We technically are in the market for a new one. Mike Stauffer's here. We somewhat have the budget. If he wants to come here, cool. Mike Stauffer, welcome to the team. Hopefully he can just lead this team to the promised land. All right, draft time. We have the 15th overall pick via the Sacramento Kings. It was lottery protected, and we ended up at number 15. Kind of funny how that works out. I might make a trade or two. I'll see you guys with a move. We're doing this trade right here with the Miami Heat. Julius Randle, our 15th overall pick this year and a future first. Heading to Miami, Bam Adebayo and a first-round pick coming back. It's nothing against Julius Randle. Sometimes you got to switch things up. Bam Adebayo is going to come in here and be not a huge upgrade to that center spot. Capella's really solid, but overall-wise, I'm taking Bam Adebayo every day of the week. When fully healthy, of course. So Clint Capella is now a little bit expendable. I'd like to get hopefully some sort of power forward for him. I could maybe start MPJ there to like a stretch forward role, but I'd prefer straight-up power forward for him. I could technically just take Julius Randle back if we want to. If we want to do that. And honestly, I might. It wasn't like he was playing bad for me. Jabari Smith Jr. is also an option. But, you know, heading into a final season, ooh, could go Sabonis as well. This game does really love Domantas Sabonis. It really does. All right. I'm not getting into a debate about who's better between Sabonis or Randle. You guys are more than welcome to battle that out in my comments section. But along with Domantas Sabonis, I also do get TJ McConnell. So not a bad deal overall-wise. I think McConnell can be another asset just because I'm comfortable with Monte Morris here as a backup. So, we've made some changes. We've made some upgrades overall-wise. I'm not mad about it whatsoever. We have no remaining first-round picks this year. Really wasn't going to use them anyways. These guys are both coming back. Honestly, this team's in a pretty good spot. I think Matisse Thybulle, I've kind of, he's kind of served his purpose, if you will. I think I get an upgrade. Overall-wise, I'm going to probably take it. And so, let's figure out what we want to do with this squad. We have bird rights on Matisse Thybulle. The Bull. Okay, I did not give him a qualifying offer, but I guess the game did. Remember in old 2Ks when, like super old players, not that there's any super old players here, like maybe like Mike Conley would maybe accept that offer. Like I remember 2K17, I legitimately signed LeBron for a mid-level exception. I used to do that all the time. It was so cheesy. All right, what we're going to do right now is look to potentially upgrade the backup shooting guard spot. I think other than that, I'm pretty comfortable with kind of the way this team's kind of panned out right now, but I think I'm going to look to trade TJ McConnell, probably along with a couple first-round picks, and maybe just go ahead and get a backup shooting guard upgrade. We have a first-round pick and a second-round pick that we can trade. Do I really want Grayson Allen? He's kind of a scumbag, but at this point, really doesn't look like I have any other offers. That is the squad we are going into the final season with. I think this team's in a really good spot. I will see you guys at the start of year number 3. Here at the beginning of the final year for us in Chicago, we have made some changes to the starting 5. Whether they work or not, only time will tell, but here's how it's going to look. Jamal Murray, Jaden Hardy, Michael Porter Jr., Domantas Sabonis, and Bam Adebayo. So an entirely new front court, and one that I'm honestly pretty excited about. I like switching things up. It's nothing against Randle, nothing against Capella, but when, things don't exactly 100% click the way you want them to, changes have to be made. Change is inevitable. It's part of life, people. We had to make some moves, and we did it. Our bench unit: Sadiq Bey, Monte Morris, Nick Claxton, Grayson Allen's a new addition. They actually want him to start, funny enough. He's not starting over Jaden Hardy. It's just not happening. I'm excited about this team. I will see you guys at the end of the third and final year. Final regular season comes to an end. We're back atop of the Eastern Conference here as a 1 seed. We're also number 1 in the power rankings. LaMelo, first career MVP. He's very, very good over there in Charlotte. Victor Wembanyama, your rookie of the year, is in New York. Ben Simmons has made his way to the bench. All right, it's progress from not playing because, he gets paid, $30+ million, and he's not happy because he can't shoot, but we're not getting into it. Jonathan Isaac is in Golden State, Defensive Player of the Year. Patrick Baldwin Jr., Most Improved. Mike Stauffer wins Coach of the Year for us for 60+ wins, and we're hoping to win our first championship of today's video. 5 games ahead of the Detroit Pistons for the number 1 overall seed in the Eastern Conference. Stats on the year: MPJ, Jamal Murray, Jaden Hardy, Bam Adebayo, bonus, Sadiq Bey. I just really love this team, bro. I really, really do. And I know I say that about a lot of my videos, then they tend to not win a championship, but I'm feeling a little bit different today. Starting 5 for the Wizards. D'Lo, Bradley Beal, Corey Kispert, Palabanchero's a huge upgrade. Daniel Gafford, they have White Chocolate coming off the bench, and oh my God. It's a really good 6-man right there in Tyler Hero. All right, let's go game by game right now. We are currently up 3-1, and can we close them out? Come on now. Don't do this to me. Oh, it's one of those days. It's one of those days. If I didn't hate this game so much, bro, I'd be more mad, but honestly, it's just a joke at this point. What are we doing here? Good Lord. Bam, you got to be better. Sabonis, you got to be better. The fucking Pistons? Really? The Pistons? All right. We get 60-plus wins and have a team that's really good. But no, the Pistons. The Pistons are going to win it. All right, cool. You guys want to see any other videos? Let me know down below in the comment section. This game pisses me off a lot. But I'll keep doing it, I guess. That's it for this one. As always, if you somehow enjoyed, I didn't, feel free to support my pain. Leave a comment, or excuse me, leave a like down below. Of course, if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe to the channel and watch me endure so much pain on a daily basis. Well, that wraps up this one. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys. See you guys all in the next one.